Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I want to thank everyone for being here. I'm grateful for everyone. And I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. There's a little bit of distractions in this one because I had to put my puppy up. He's in his playpen. Okay, so we're not going to worry about it. But we are going to do a little bit more of a self-focused reading today. It's going to focus on you, and your spirituality and what your guides really want you to know, just in general, any situation, okay, that you're dealing with currently. So I'm going to do this one a little bit differently because these have a long intro, but I'm just going to try to speed it up. All right. I'm going to do a little bit of insight about what we're going to be talking about, and then you can make the decision whether you want to watch this reading or no. Watch it or not. This is a self-focused reading, but this does have a lot to do with, lessons that you're learning, things that you're dealing with, why you're dealing with them. So if you are really interested in those love readings, if love is strong enough, it's going to be in the cards for you, because a lot of times the lessons we are learning is love in general, love with ourselves and love with other people. So if it's there, it's going to be here, okay? If not, I did post love readings. All 12 zodiac signs are out if you want to go check those out. But besides that, so I have a dice that I'm going to be rolling to figure out who this reading is for. And we are going to be looking at the spread that I created, and it's pretty informative, pretty accurate. So if you are being called to this reading, that I'm trusting that there is going to be a message in here for you that resonates. So the first card out is we have your energy, what's going on with you, what vibe you got. Second card is what is your energy attracting towards you, okay? The second card are really informative, and we'll just, yeah. Your third card is what is challenging you right now. Your fourth card is what can you learn from that challenge. And then we got 3 cards out for what's coming through in your near future. What can you expect to manifest? What can you expect to happen? And then I have my spiritual cards. We're going to start with one of those, and we're going to end with one of those. So there'll be more to it. These have been, I did Sag, so they're pretty lengthy. So let's see who we're starting off with. I don't know, whatever energy I'm tapping into has got a very kind of bouncy, distractive energy, so we'll see what's up. Yeah, of course, Aries. No. We got Aries. All right, so hello Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, cross watchers, everyone is welcome. And we're just going to jump in and start. So instead of just laying all the cards out, we're going to go through it one at a time. So to kind of see what's popping here. All right. Woo. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, cross watchers, anyone who stumbles upon this reading. Is that a good angle? I don't know. All right. What message wants to come through for spiritual advice for Aries? You know what? I don't want to get that one yet. Hold on. I want to do these ones. There's a very bouncy vibration to you, Aries. We are going to... Oh, that's why I did it that way. Whoops. We're going to start off with your energy first. Aries. What is Aries' energy right now? Ooh. It's like, I don't know what my energy is, right? What is Aries' energy right now? We're going to go with this one. Okay, we have what is your energy attracting towards you? Nice. What is challenging you right now? What is challenging Aries right now? What is... okay, wow, that one's like, hey, oh. All right. What can you learn from this challenge? What can you learn from this challenge? Thank you. And a card for... I like that. I want to keep that one out. All right, but... all right, I guess we'll just kind of talk about that one. Okay, so what is coming through in your near future? Thank you. 1 second. I know, long intros, but I feel like it's necessary. Okay. Aries, let's get your energy. What is Aries' energy? Let's get your energy. Energy. What is your energy? I feel like singing for some reason. All right. What is that attracting towards you? What is challenging you right now, Aries? What is challenging you? Thank you. What can you learn from that challenge? All right. Wow, these are talking pretty quick. And a 3-card situation. What's coming towards you in the near future? All right. I'm liking this one, of this one, and of this one. All right. Okay, before I even jump into it, all the cards are face down. I want to get one of these bad boys because we're going to start. What is your spiritual advice for this time, for this reading, whenever you find this reading? By the way, my readings are timeless, so whenever you find it, I trust that there's a message in there for you at that time. Ooh, my eye's itching like really bad. Okay, so Baraka, power, strength, form, expansion. The number 21. How beautiful. I feel like that's really appropriate for you. All right, so we're going to read this one. This is kind of like the overflow here of the undertow of the reading. 21 does break down to a 3 if you guys are curious about the numerology aspects of things. Okay. Let me get on my glasses. I can't see without my glasses when I read. Okay. As you learn from the word of Baraka, you are signaled to remember that your source of energy is held in nature. Are you connected to nature's loving core? Or have you moved beyond its reaches? Put down the distractions and move back into the wild, even for a while. For every good turn you've done, do one in return. Whenever you feel your life has been enriched, do what you can to enrich another. This is ultimately your magic, your life, your choice, your responsibility. Interestingly enough, what I'm actually picking up from that card is the need to be in touch with yourself on a more okay, so this looks like very masculine, okay, it feels very Aries to me, but it's almost like the feminine side of Aries, which is kind of interesting. We're just gonna see how that takes place, but to connect with people in a different way, from a really positive, and I'm not saying that's different for you, but to connect with individuals in a very open, heart-spaced way is going to be really beneficial for you. If you start opening up to people and showing everyone your true emotional nature, it's going to bring in a lot of good stuff for you. Okay, so that's just a little side note. Let's see what else is going on. We got the bear. So some of you guys are coming up out of hibernation, coming up out of meditation station. Yep, and the 5 of Pentacles. All right. So I do feel like you guys have, at least the ones I'm picking up on, I feel like you guys have been in, like I said, a meditation station a lot lately. Hold on, one second here. Okay, I had to let my dog out because he was becoming a distraction. But anyways, Aries, so let's just get back into you. Okay, so what I'm feeling here with the bear and the 5 of Pentacles, it looks like you guys have been in a state of hibernation, meditation station, and I don't really feel like it's you were isolated completely from the outside world. I think you were just taking some time out, or the past year or two especially, there's been a period of time where you've been doing a lot of introspection about yourself, really looking inward and rediscovering yourself. Okay, you were finding out a lot of things, a lot of I was talking self-discovery, and things about you were highlighted. And I feel through this process, some of the stuff you were looking at is where things are lacking, where connections are lacking in your life. What about yourself do you feel is incomplete? Okay, and kind of raising your own vibration. And whatever you were doing, whatever things you found out about yourself, whatever puzzle pieces you kind of mended together, it gave you this beautiful enlightenment, right? It made you almost softer. It made you have a brighter glow. I feel there is a beautiful golden glow around Aries people right now. Okay, and it's really approachable. It's very unique because it's interesting that the zebra came out, it flung out on its own. It doesn't have its own place, and it talks about creativity, passion, but more importantly, it's this uniqueness is what I'm getting here. You came out on the other end. You learned something, a very important acknowledgement. like spiritually enlightened about life in general. And you did a lot of introspection about yourself. Like that word introspection, like going within, looking at yourself and learning a lot. Which, even with this card, talk about getting back in nature, it's like coming back out into the world and really connecting with people in a super like authentic, and I'm not saying you weren't authentic before, but something about your energy, Aries, feels very different. It feels very beautiful. It feels very enlightened. It's like very calm almost. Because you're really starting to take note about what is truly important. I feel like a lot of you guys are being extremely spiritually enlightened and you're just really going with it. Everyone's kind of like on this journey, and I feel like you're starting to see that sunshine about what your journey is. You're starting to be more open and receptive with people around you. And it's like, okay, now that you're coming out of this bear energy, this hibernation, looking inward and doing a lot of meditation, you know, there could have been a lot of like uncomfortable things that you had to experience or process or think about like what is lack? Where are you lacking? What is lacking for you? And it felt very lonely. So whatever space you were in, I feel like you went through some time where you felt really lonely, but by feeling this loneliness, you went inward and started relying on yourself. Like, where can you complete yourself to where you're not going to feel like an emptiness or like a void? This one might get really deep. You know, but now that you found it, you found something and you just keep going. Now you're like emerging out of this temple as a zebra, as unique and individual and creative, and wanting to really find people, places, and things that can vibe on the same energy as you. And you're coming out, right? Like in the sunshine, wanting to be around people, wanting to inspire people. And there's a really loving, it just feels like golden light is what I'm picking up. It feels very golden light. So let's go into your actual energy, because that's like the undertow of like what's going on here. Oh my gosh. So you have the snake. That's really interesting. Sagittarius just had the snake too. A lot of people are kind of going through that. And the Four of Wands. How beautiful. Okay, so really focusing on a new beginning, a new chapter, really closing the doors on those old repeating cycles, those old repeating behaviors. It looks like you discovered your higher self, like the person that you want to be, the person that you knew has always been there for you. This has a lot to do with you. And you want to see that in your new world. You're closing one chapter to enter a new one, and it's all about building. Now, this can be building with another person. This could be building just in life, in career, but this is you, and it's something else. And it's something else that has your attention. It feels good. It feels positive. And you want to build, but you want to build it the right way. You want to build it correct. We have the Four of Pentacles, oh my gosh, foundation. But we have the Four of Wands, which does talk about foundation, and it's the beginning of the building process. And it's beautiful, and it's free, and it's authentic, and it's like, it's time to create this life for yourself. It's time to build a tower, but one that's very secure, one that's, you know, because I feel like there's been a lot of things that maybe have been misplaced in your life, or felt like they were torn away, or felt like they weren't right, like something wasn't right. Something felt maybe even toxic, but those are old worlds. Those are old patterns. Those are old beliefs. You don't vibe with your old beliefs. You don't vibe with your old self like you do now. Like you feel like a new person, Aries. Like, so this is definitely a time of big changes for you. Okay, because you're closing up, you're protecting your space. This is the need to protect a foundation too. The need to protect something that you are currently building upon. And I feel like what you're currently building is multiple different things. I feel like it's more than one. You would know what they are. I mean, just a few examples: relationship, work, friendships. You don't want anyone who vibrates at a lower vibration. Like, you're very enlightened and you want to experience some of that enlightenment through others. There could be a connection, like a person that you are wanting to build with, and it feels very beautiful. It feels like they are aligned to you. Very even spiritual for some. This could be work, but I feel, what's the matter? Oh, dog won't leave you. Charlie, get away from her. Sorry about that. But it feels very connected. You want to make sure you are connected. You are on the same page. It feels very beautiful. Okay, so that is your energy. So what is your vibe attracting right now? Oh my gosh. The Lamb and the Page of Pentacles. Aries, this is beautiful. So the Lamb is something of pure innocence. And that's kind of what I was feeling like off your energy. Was this like very beautiful, delicate, graceful, like vulnerable, wanting to open up, wanting to experience, but also like unique. And it's like you've went through a lot and now you're looking at something with fresh eyes. There's something new, very new, fresh out of the womb. Okay, it's very appropriate how we started off with leaving one chapter and kind of going into a new cycle, right? This is like your new cycle and you're very protective over it. It's like very, it's like a mother like protecting her baby. Like, this is your baby. Whatever this new thing, whatever this new world is for you, it's your freaking baby, okay? Like, because you want to make sure it's built nice and secure, very protective over it. I actually really like that. And right now it's very new because even with the Page of Pentacles being here, it's really acknowledging something. It's being very careful, very slow. The Page of Pentacles, I love that. A lot of people don't like that slow moving energy, but I feel like it's very appropriate in this reading for you because it's really going hand in hand with what you want to accomplish, what you want to see, and how to make it happen. You know how to make something happen, and you understand how delicate this process is going to be. How fresh, how, gentle. I hope you guys can see that. How new. It's very fragile and you're being very slow and cautious. Not cautious in a bad way, but you're being very slow, understanding. You are being very friendly. You're putting nurturing energy into something, and there's a stability here that has a lot of potential because right now we're at a page, we're not at a queen, we're not at a king. You're starting off as very new, you're just learning, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. It feels so cute, like, I'm not gonna lie. It feels so nice. And you're just learning how to walk, okay? Like, this is what you're just learning this, okay? You wanna do it right. You wanna, that doesn't mean you're not gonna mess up a few times, and it's okay if you do, but it's all part of like the learning experience for you, and it feels really good. It feels really nurturing. It's beautiful, and I'm loving how this is coming from you, okay? So what is the challenge for you right now? Communication. Okay, so, and the Ace of Cups. So you want to do this. Now, I don't know if this is coming from you or if it's coming from someone or something else, but you'll know. The Black Egg talks about our communication, really being vulnerable, really opening up and expressing not only love, but unconditional love. Now, unconditional love, people get it pretty skewed. Unconditional love is loving something or someone with no conditions. With no conditions. Loving someone for the being that they are. For the person, for the soul, for the things that they do that are fucking weird, okay? The things that they do that are amazing. It's seeing like the best, knowing someone can do something, and really just authentically loving someone for who the fuck they are. Okay, pardon my language. But people get unconditional love very confused, and it's kind of frustrating. So it could be frustrating you that, people are putting conditions on something maybe, or high expectations here. This feels like a going with the flow energy. This is learning. And it's in the moment, okay? You've done a lot of okay. You've done a lot of self-work. Let's put it that way, because I can't seem to get my words out correctly. You've done a lot of self-work, a lot of self-healing. You know better about life, yourself in general, okay? Which is beautiful. You're attracting something in that's very new, it's very fresh, it's very delicate. We already talked about all that, but I don't know why it's trying to have me avoid this conversation, this communication. there's a need to be vulnerable and to be emotionally expressive in this situation. Okay, so that could be coming from you, that can be coming from someone else. Because like I said, it's important that you're learning here. Maybe this is something that you are not used to. Maybe this is something someone else is not used to, but it's working together to communicate and become vulnerable, which is a gorgeous thing. It takes a lot of effort. Like, we think it's easy sometimes to be vulnerable. It's not. It can be very uncomfortable, especially if you're not used to it, especially if you came from a place of ego where you don't like to show emotions, you don't like to be weak, you don't, it could have been family upbringing that made you feel or made someone feel this way, right? It's either you or someone or something else that's having a difficulty. Let me grab my vapor really quick. Oh my gosh, Charlie, enough with the ball, man. All these beautiful distractions going on in the background. Charlie, one second. Okay, Aries. So we were talking about the vulnerability, the communication, and stuff like that. Oh, ow. Okay, sorry. But sometime, because it can go through background, okay? At one point in time, everyone is really uncomfortable with vulnerability. We have to, learn how to actually do that, genuinely be open, okay? And be uncomfortable and have emotional, in-depth emotional conversation about things that we are feeling, and we don't want people to judge us. Okay, that's just the ego talking. And it's a learned skill to actually do that, okay? And once you learn it, you can, when you talk to people, that can make them comfortable in learning that too. So there's something with working together. Either you or something or someone else has an uncomfortability, I want to say, has a little bit of troubles opening up and allowing people in and vocalizing their feelings, vocalizing their insecurities. And honestly, the best thing that I've learned how to do, because I didn't like doing that stuff either, I would close off. I'm an air sign, and my upbringing, I don't know, everyone in my family, it's ew, emotions, nope, keep that stuff to yourself. You shouldn't expose that. But I feel like if you're in a situation or you're around a person that makes you feel comfortable, I think it's extremely healthy. I don't go with those beliefs that you have to hide your own feelings and hide your own vulnerabilities and what makes you look weak. I don't think that's weak. I think being weak is avoidance. I think it's avoidance, not talking about those things, because then you're just holding it up inside and people aren't going to know what's going on with you if you don't communicate it. How is someone supposed to know what's going up if you're not telling them? People aren't mind readers, okay? So it's a learned skill, and it's a very healthy one. And sometimes, was what I was getting on about, is when we communicate that and be listen, it makes me uncomfortable to be vulnerable, but I want to be vulnerable with you. Sometimes that goes a long way. So just keep that in mind. It's a little trick. I learned. Take it or leave it. I don't know. So anyway, so that is the challenge. What are you learning from this challenge, which I feel like is pretty good. So what are you learning from this challenge? Okay, so we have the cheetah and the Queen of Wands. How does that even vibe together here? I think it's the acknowledgement here of becoming expressive, because the cheetah is this very passionate, kind of Eight of Wands, fast moving energy. It's change, it's passion, it's creativity. And same thing with this Queen of Wands. Very magnetic. They know what they want, okay? They don't have to really kind of chase anything. Things just approach them. They're good at manifesting, and they always kind of get what they want through magic, okay? Being confident, being secure. So, and again, that's a lot of fire as well. So there could be something sparking with ego. Let me just kind of sit with it for a second. Because there is a little bit where it's your own choice, right? Where there's this weird, now this could be you, this could be someone else, where there's It's like if you show confidence, then you're confident. Okay? But this is being brave and moving things in the direction that you want it to go. And if you want something to go to a deeper level, if you want something to become more emotional or a little bit more healing or a little bit more romantic, you have to make that movement. You have to stand in that creative... Okay, how do I want to word this here? You have to know what you want, and you have to push in that direction. So, and with the Queen of Wands, she knows what she wants, and through magic, she can get it. So, if there's a trouble with someone or something like opening up or communicating, if there's communication issues. Now, for some of you guys, that could be what it is. Maybe some of you guys do have like a nervousness with communicating with people or in the public, okay? To where it's like if you fake confidence, you're gonna have it, okay? Just pretend that you are confident and just really focus in on that fiery energy. That's really interesting. Okay, I need a little bit of help from Spirit, though, because I need to get better wording. I feel like there's something deeper that I should be saying here. With the Black Egg and the Ace of Cups is your challenge. That's vulnerability, that's opening up, that's using your words, using your voice, clear communication, expressing what it is that you really want, talking about what it is that makes you uncomfortable, that makes you you. And what you're learning from it is this creative, passionate, fast-moving. So you could get into like writing, you could get into dancing. There might be a little bit of outlet that you need that's going to open this up for you. Like use creative expressions. Taking action, again, with the Strength, being brave, Six of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Practicing with someone else first. This could be practicing through other connections, just seeing how people respond. That actually might be what it is. That's actually really good advice, because if you're trying to like gear yourself up for something like a conversation, and you know you're lacking, like, you know you're uncomfortable with certain things, like certain communication or being vulnerable, okay? I don't know why I keep getting that it's important, but you could practice on other people who you're close with and watch how people say that, like, oh my gosh, I see a change in you. Oh my gosh, I see such a difference. Like, dang, like you're so much different. I told you, because even at the beginning of the reading, you have this golden energy where it's like you're a new person, and I feel like the things that you learned in your bear season, like in your hibernation, you're like coming out like new, right? You're like, you know what? I'm going to give this a try. I feel like you're trying different things with people that you're close with, and it's making you like very unique. Not to backtrack on you here, but practicing with other people who you're close with, like being vulnerable. And I promise you, everyone's going to be like, oh my gosh, Aries, I see it's like such a change in you. Oh my gosh, like you're so open, like you're so expressive. You know, you're so loving. That's really cool, and I'm actually really digging that because it's a lesson you learned. It's showing me that you're choosing to move forward with that, and you're choosing to utilize it, which is very beautiful. You're using it to express yourself, which is going to draw people, places, and things into you. They like that. It's going to pull people in. It's going to want, you know, and you're only going to keep getting better the more and more you do it. Okay, for like until the final boss battle, right? All right, so let's see what's gonna come through in the near future. So, ooh, we have the Firefly. I feel like there's a glare. I don't know if there is. If there is, I'm sorry. So we have the Firefly, the Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the Five of Wands. Of course, people are trying to steal your thunder. So with the Firefly, it's really, okay, so let's just talk about like what a Firefly does. Obviously, so they attract mates, but at the same time, the shadowy side is they attract predators. So let's just say you are the Firefly, right? Now you're going through all this work, you're creating this new beginning for yourself. It shows me that you're becoming more unique, you're very comfortable, you're you're okay, hold on. You're becoming like new, I guess. Like a different vibration of yourself. You're trying out new things when it comes to people. Like everything we just discussed, you're shining, okay? And it's going to attract a lot of healthy people to you, but it's also going to attract these 5 of Wand people to you. Now, the only reason why that's happening, Aries, is because, and you're gonna know, people project on us. When we are in a higher vibration and we are feeling beautiful and magnetic and we just feel different to the core, our souls are shining out through our skin and we're glowing, people can get really triggered by that. Especially the ones who aren't very much in a good space, who have a lower vibration, who are suffering from ego, letting their egos get the best of them, living in a very 3D, holding on to like this 3D reality. It's kind of like, and I'm not, I'm just categorizing for example, but like the jocks, like when you went to high school, everyone was categorized. And the older you get, you realize there's no such thing as like being categorized. And the people who firmly believe that, I feel like it's kind of ridiculous. Like everyone can have personalities. Some people love the gym and that's absolutely fine. Okay, some people like that bro attitude and that's cool. It's like who you are, whatever. But when you're like categorizing certain shit and you're to the point where you feel like you're above another person in any way, shape, or form, that's nasty. That's lower vibration energy. That's ego. And it's also projection, okay? So there's something like within that person that's going on, right? So with the Firefly, you're vibing at a very high, good energy. You're being you, you're being authentic, you're learning new things, you're going into a new chapter, and you want it to look good. You want it to look like a 6 of Pentacles situation, where there's an equal give and take. It's very reciprocal. You're with like-minded people. People come through and they love you unconditionally. We got that Ace of Cups here. No conditions on you, but there is the people that do want to condition you. They don't like this change, okay? They like you being egotistic. These are probably going to be like people from your past or what have you. They're going to come through and they're like, oh, bro. Like, I don't know why I'm getting like weirdly negative about that, but it is what it is. They're going to project their shit on you. If they're not in a good space, they're not having a good life right now, they're being a little like closed-minded and having very, a judgy, weird, you'll get it. It's like the vibe's not there, okay? Like you and this person or you and these people, it's like, they just don't have the same beliefs as you right now. So they're going to challenge you, they're going to irritate you, they're going to pick fights with you, and you're like, what? And it might make you feel really weird because, maybe you can't, but this is just going on in your head, though. Some of you guys might feel like, damn, this person or these people have been in my life for so long, I don't want to, disappoint them, and, cut them out, but, something's bothering you, okay? Because, what these people are doing or what they're saying, it's very negative, and you're trying not to be like that right now. You want equal give and take. Like I said, you want to be around like-minded people, the people who encourage you and inspire you to go towards your dreams, go towards your goals. They say good things about you. They don't pull you down, bring you down, make you feel all gross about yourself. No. And with this Firefly, there is a little bit of a warning here because Fireflies, they're light, it goes on and then it goes off. They reserve that energy. Okay, so there is something about reserving your energy, and you are very aware because you just came out of the bear energy. So you know that a little bit of hibernation is good. Sometimes you can separate when you start getting in your head a little bit or overthinking, and these can even be inner conflicts. This doesn't necessarily have to be your outer world. Just remember, sometimes what you're feeling on the inside can be projected to the people around you, and they could be mirroring that back at you about, what your own insecurities are. You just have to, pay attention to your mind here. It could be multiple different things, but something's bothering you where you feel like you can't really escape a situation. You're feeling a little bit stuck in your own thoughts, with your own inner conflicts, kind of second guessing yourself here and there. But if that happens, it's saying like just go back in your bear energy and hibernate for a little bit, and that will pull you through. Because Aries, the path that you were on this beautiful new cycle, and you're like turning into your higher self, like your most authentic self, like the person that you envision in your mind, in your head of who you are. That's who you're turning into. And it's a very delicate process right now. Okay, you're just in the beginning and your intentions are good. So don't listen to other people unless you feel like their intentions towards you are good, that they do have a love, an unconditional love for you. It could be very important because what you're building, you're trying to do things right, and that is a beautiful thing. And people are going to come through and they're going to tell you that, oh my God, that's so silly, or oh, nah, and it's going to bother you. Okay, don't let it bother you. Just keep moving forward and take your time to heal every once in a while. So, dang, that was like a mouthful. So here is your last card for your spiritual advice about what to do about your situation and yourself. The card number is 19, and the card name is Jinn. This is what it looks like. Ooh, it kind of looks like you're like hiding, but you're starting to come out of it, isn't it? Like, ugh. Oh my gosh, how appropriate. And like the two different worlds like breaking apart, and you're just coming through as like this authentic like being, like your true self. I love it. Anyways, number 19 breaks down to a 10, which breaks down to a 1 if you're in numerology. Again, talking about new beginnings. So with the Jinn, we have wildness, service, and choices. Okay, let me find it here. 19. Let me put on my glasses again. Why is this? Okay. 1 second. All right, Aries. When you cross a line of positivity or negativity, you are responsible for your conscious action. You cannot place blame on another for the choices you make. Be mindful of your next steps and consider the effects of love or fear that you are emitting. Wow, that was like short, sweet, and to the point. So what energy are you coming from? Are you coming from love or are you coming from fear? I feel like being vulnerable is going to be a super important aspect for you right now that you should really learn to lean on, and just, you know, like, oof, what everyone else says kind of thing. Anyways, Aries, that was your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, give it a thumbs up or don't. Either way. I will be coming back, and I think the next readings I'm going to do after the 12 zodiac signs is the compatibility reading, and I'm really excited for it. But it's going to be like a pick a card, pick a stone, right? So you can use your intuition to kind of follow that. Compatibility reading. And these ones are so effing cool. I designed it myself. But anyways. Okay, so I will speak to you guys again. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye.